2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Players' Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, what a gorgeous day as this event kicks off our featured group. Well, we've got two players who appear to have entered into quite the rivalry.
Yeah, so this week their goal is to beat Jon Rahm. Henny, that is by no means an easy feat.
No, if Jon Rahm is fired up, sparks could fly, you want to be out of the way, and he's just going to go straight through like a Spanish bull.
Yes, he's fire and brimstone, isn't he, Jon Rahm? All the Americans couldn't beat him in a Ryder Cup. This player, well, it's an ambitious rivalry to say the least. This one looks to be headed towards the fairway. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
He is right on the 150-yard marker here.
Going with the 8-iron here.
This one is all over it.
A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here on the first. Well, Rich, that's got to feel good, opening the first with an under-par score.
I've never been disappointed by starting off my round with a birdie, Luke, I can tell you that.
He's currently tied for fourth. The first of our birdie opportunities comes at the second, par 5.
Driver not necessarily required here because you have to shape your tee shot from right to left, and if you're a right-handed golfer, that's not the easiest thing to do. So lefties have a better opportunity, I think, of finding this fairway than most with driver. From there, a second shot over a long bunker to a green that's very narrow, dotted by pot bunkers. Truly is one of the coolest par 5s on this layout.
Should find the green. Well, this person displays the power game in pure fashion there.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there.
That is hunting for the hole. That's a big time putt, that one. And their rival knows it too. They heard the cheers. That shot so good, we need to have another look.
Yeah, let's see this again. Have this one on repeat.
We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Big time play, that one, at the right time too.
Saving one there after being all over the parking lot, chipping in for the par.
Let's take a look at the par 3 third. Straight away mid-iron to short iron shot.
Such a cool little par 3. Love this green. There's a low section in the front and a high section in the back. And anytime they put the pin all the way in the back section of this green, well, I'll tell you what, good luck on you. If you miss this green long and or left, that bunker sits some 5 feet below the surface of the green.
15 feet to the cup.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
This is a good chance. And that will drop in for a birdie.
That hole looks double the size for this player this week.
And this player's moving up on the leaderboard after that hole. Well, the fourth is another great example that it doesn't need to be a long par four to be a testing one. This fourth can be menacing, can't it?
Just a small little twisty par four. Just going to take out a fairway wood, find the fairway, and from there you're going to have a small second shot, probably a wedge. 3 distinct sections to this green: the front, the right, and the back left, and all of them have their difficulties when hitting your approach shot into them. However, in my mind's eye, if you find the fairway, you should have a decent look for birdie.
This one looks to be heading towards the green.
Jon Rahm watched that one all the way. Great approach shot. This player is definitely upping the pressure in this rivalry.
Didn't that look good for a long time? Well, that's very crafty, isn't it?
Judging it beautifully.
Okay, time to return to the action. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Setting up this putt 11 feet from the cup. This for a birdie run.
This one has eyes for the hole. The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
Still in the lead now after that hole. All right, Rich, the par 4 fifth. Strong hole, this one, isn't it?
Huge mounding down the left-hand side that you want to avoid at all costs. The bunker down the right-hand side, to be fair, is not that bad, but a little further right of that, though, that's the water. You want no part of it. Second shot is downhill to a green. To be fair, that's mostly flat, runs from back left to front right, but one of the more benign greens on this layout.
Going with the 7. And he's safely on the green with that shot. Trying to get to 6 under now with this putt. This one's online. Bit too heavy-handed there. Big putt for par coming up. And down she goes.
Got to say, putting this well from this distance is a huge confidence booster.
Let's go to Jon Rahm.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Ooh. And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. The tee shot at the par 4 6th has changed a lot now that that tree's been taken out of the way, Rich. But what do you think of this short par 4?
I missed the tree. I thought that was a really cool feature of this hole. You had to flight it underneath the tree back in the day to find the fairway. The bunker down the left-hand side has been expanded quite a bit as the lake on the left-hand side has been added as well. The front part of this green is protected by tall palm trees that will certainly make you think on your second shots. This is a wonderful little par 4.
That's nicely done. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. That's frustrating. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. An opportunity to make a par here. Leading by 3 strokes now. As we go from a wonderful little par 4, we go to a challenging, longer par 4, the 7.
And as you can see, there's a long fairway bunker down the left-hand side that makes you believe there's more room left than you actually have. It's just not there. Players should be looking a little bit further right. If you find the fairway, your second shot should be straightforward. In fact, Luke, I made a 2 here one time, so that shows you how simple this hole can be.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. This looks to be hit pretty well from where I'm standing. Wow, what a shot.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
All these are good putts to make. Good for momentum, right on 7 feet.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Starts off on a good line.
And he just keeps putting a gap on the rest of the field. What a putt to hole. And that will move him to 6 under par. He's currently sitting in first place. The 8th hole, a long par 3 stretching 240 yards at its maximum. It's no sleeper, that's for sure.
I don't find anything sleepy about this hole. The front of this green is so narrow. There's no place to land it, especially when they put the flagstick there. This hole will grab your attention, as it should, because it's a long iron to a sliver of an opening. Even when they put the pin on the right-hand side, you want no part of it. The center of the green all day long here.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
That was a gallant attempt. Putting for a par here. Ooh, nice line. Solid par putt, that. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Let's catch up with Jon Rahm. Oh, stop it. What a way to make your par.
And this is why you got to keep your foot on the gas at all times. These guys and girls are good.
Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. The final hole on the opening 9 at TPC SAWGRASS Stadium course, Rich, is a clever 3-shotter.
Par 5, 583 yards from the back. Most players will play this as a 3-shotter. Just find the fairway out to the left, second shot out to the right, sets up a very simple third shot to a very narrow green. Miss it right or left, good luck getting it up and down.
The great Severano Ballesteros inspired an entire generation of European golfers, particularly his own Spanish golfers, and I feel that we might even have the best Spanish golfer of all time in Jon Rahm, Rich.
I absolutely agree with that. I believe in the game right now, Luke, that if there's one player that all others are fearful of when they get on top of the leaderboard, I think Jon Rahm's name would be #1, because he seemingly has 0 weaknesses. I can't find a single one. I look at his game, and it is so complete, you just get envious of it, don't you? Because it is so good everywhere. Off the tee, iron play, the short game, the mentality, the vision, the imagination. He's got every single tool that you could possibly want in this game. He is by far, I believe, the most complete player in our game today.
Yeah, it certainly feels like we're in the Jon Rahm era right now. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. Looks good off the blade. And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 7 under. Well, Rich, this is the pivotal final 9 coming up, and the players perfectly positioned. They've given themselves a chance.
Well, Luke, it's been fun watching this player duke it out with their rival, that's for sure. They're winning the rivalry thus far. Should be fun to see where these two end up at the end of the event.
Looks like they put a good swing on that one. That should find the short stuff. Time for the second shot at the 10th. Chosen the pitching wedge here. That should set up another chance. Always nice to have a birdie putt. If that's the right pace, this should drop. And down she goes from outside the range.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
Sitting at -8 for the tournament. There's some birdie holes out on this course, and the 11th is certainly one of those, but there are some troublesome spots if you get out of play.
There definitely is trouble, but the thing I love about this hole the most, Luke, is that there's so many different ways to play it. Most players will take driver off the tee, but from there, now it's anybody's ball game. You don't have to go for the green on the second shot. You can lay it up over the left. You can lay it up over to the right. You can lay it up long left. There's so many different ways of attacking this hole. Each individual is going to do it differently. I love the second shot on this hole.
Oh, I like the courage here, Rich, getting after this par 5 in 2.
As they should. What a play. Hopefully they'll be rewarded for that play.
Terrific shot. Who could have thought you'd hole it? Let's get back to it, shall we? This putt to get to double digits under the card. Hey, nice looking line. Oh, that had eyes for it. Lovely shot. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. The tee shot is all that matters on the short par 4 12th. Most players can reach the green. It's just a decision whether the player goes for it or not.
They can, but they better be aware that there's a lot of danger up there. Water left obviously is no good, but even bailing out to the right in those dunes, in the mounds, the little pot bunkers on top of those mounds, well, forget about it. That's not a good space either, especially since the green does run pretty hard from right to left. If you want to take this hole on with driver and expecting to make 3, well, you need to realize that a 5 and a 6 could be easily made as well.
You love watching people play the game when it's like this. It looks so easy.
It's amazing to see how good this player is in full flow.
Oh, good look at a birdie here. Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today. Let's go to John Rahm.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Sitting at 1 over. Lovely effort, that. So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. Our current leader now enjoying a 9-stroke lead. Well, as you start to head for home here at TPC Sawgrass, you're blessed with this wonderful par 3 13th.
And this is a really cool par 3. You've got 3 distinct areas on the green, front right, all the way on the left-hand side, and the back right. Wherever they put the pin is going to dictate what shot shape you want to have into that green. I think it's a really cool design because it requires you to think about how you want the golf ball to land on the green and the way you want it to bounce. I think Pete Dye did a great job in designing this green.
Oh, what a great stroke. That will drop, and it will extend the lead.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
Well, that's a phenomenal performance. The lead is now out to 10 shots. Incredible. This is quite an astonishing performance by our leader. Their advantage now out to double digits. I'm not sure if the chase pack is good enough to catch them. Oh, this one looks to be heading down the runway. Second shot here on the 14th. Opting for the 5-iron. That might be one club too many. And he's hit that inside the range. We'll now move over to John Rahm.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Okay, let's get back to the action. A look to get to 13 under par.
This is their look at birdie.
Oh, this looks pure. That's inside the range. And let's have one more look at that shot.
What an amazing putt from way out.
Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action. The par 4 15th again requires another strong tee shot because there's some trees in the way, Rich.
Players do hit through a chute off this tee shot, which makes it a little bit simpler, I believe, for the players. Bunker down the right-hand side is no good because you'll have trees blocking you out with your second shot. If you miss it left into the pine straw, now you've got some trees blocking you out there, so finding the fairway is imperative. This green is no fun. You find the center of the green and you might be able to putt every single day, but in all reality, you have to find the correct section in order to give yourself the best look at making a putt.
Good shot there, Beamer. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Big chance here. Just didn't drop. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. But that putt drops now 13 under par, heading down the stretch.
And a nice feeling it must be to have that sizable of a lead coming down the stretch.
As we head to the 16th tee, the famous par 5 reached the start of the gauntlet.
Ideally, players want to take their tee shots from right to left. Start off that fairway bunker and move it left back in the fairway. Anything down the left-hand side can get caught up into those trees and really cause players issues with their layup. You find the fairway, now you have a massive decision to make. Go for it or bail out to the left, thinking that's the safe play. It really is not. You have to be brave and try and find this green with your second shot. If not, it could come up and bite you.
Oh, what a shot by our leader.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Firm back up the hill. This will be a good one.
That's a great putt and an eagle as well. Oh, I'd like to have one more look at that shot.
I need to see this again because I still can't believe they hold that.
Let's go to John Rahm.
He's got some work to do, but he's only one back from his rival.
Oh, yeah! A shot of the day. And that'll be a big boost to his standings on the leaderboard. All right, Rich, you've stood there, you've hit the shot. Take us through the par 3 17th.
When you play here in a practice round, it looks like you could just throw it on there. But when you're in a tournament round, it doesn't even look like it exists. The hole changes so much when the tournament starts. That's what I love about it. You just add 35,000 people who are having some fun and ready to heckle you if you knock it in the water. Good luck. Enjoy.
It's tracking.
You always like that on long putts when you just have to go ahead and tap it in stress-free. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Setting up this putt 24 feet from the cup.
Ooh, right by the hole. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. 4 feet to the cup.
This for par.
Looking at the scoreboard now, and this player is currently in top spot with Ricky Fowler in second. And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action. Let's head to the finishing hole, this wonderful par 4 18th. Wonderful only if you're a spectator.
It's wonderful if you're not playing it for a lot of cash. It's just one of the most difficult, visually intimidating holes I think you'll ever face in your life. Somehow, try and hit it down the right-hand side of the fairway, keep it out of the rough, and from there, hit it out to the right-hand side of the green somehow, also keeping it out of the rough or that pot bunker short right. Listen, you'd be happy to make 5 here, that's for sure. 4s are magnificent. 3s are unicorns. They really don't happen that much. It is such a difficult, demanding finishing hole. Probably one of the toughest in championship golf.
All right, let's keep the focus here. This is to win the event. It's got a chance. And that'll do it, Rich. Players Champion. That's one of the elite wins in their career.
Winning the Players Championship, Luke, is easily as good as winning any major because the field quality is so amazing. This is going to speak volumes for this player and the career going forward. This is a heck of a win. I can't wait to see what they produce next.
Well, Rich, we saw from the get-go that this player was right on song this week, just a class above.
Luke, it's always fun to see a player when they are in full flight as they were this week. It was a blast to watch. Unbelievable job all around.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now.